a while. They would make a three, you'd make a three. They'd make a two, you'd make a three. It was just one trying to show up the other one almost.
I know. It was. They have a lot of weapons. We have a lot of weapons, and it was an arms race tonight, man.
Just talk about that shot that Asa made in the overtime with Cam right in his face. When I think you got was it 5-point lead or a 6-point lead in the overtime?
Yeah, he called that play. We haven't practiced that all year. We had it in last year. Hey, really? And he says, Coach, let's run Kentucky. I had no idea what he was talking about. He said, it's Kentucky. It's the other side of Vandy. We ran Vandy to one side. And so at the timeout, we said, let's run it, man. He was shooting. He had one of those special nights tonight. How many did he have?
30.
Wow.
No, I think he only had one or two free throws, too.
I know. Yeah, he was just, what I said to him in the locker room before the game, I said, guys, seniors, you've got 5 home games left. Don't squander one night of games. And he took it to heart.
What was the talk there heading into overtime? Because you guys came out and took control right away.
Oh, we were concerned. We just wanted that second jump ball, and we were able to call a couple things, and Asa just slid it around the baseline and laid one in with his left hand. And it was just a real pretty improvisation on his part. And then we stopped him, and he came down, he banged another one in. And in overtime, when it's really a psychological thing. When you jump up, 4 or 5 points, then there's a little bit of panic. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what, them fouling and us making one, them making two. Them fouling, us making one. It was a 4-point game, and if Batista doesn't hit his foul shots, who knows what could happen. So, it was just a good winter high school basketball game, and it was critical for us to win this one.
Getting back on defense, first half was obviously an issue for you guys, but last 2 quarters seems like you did a better job of that.
Well, we addressed it at our first half timeouts. That didn't seem to work. We addressed it a little more directly at halftime, and plus they got a little bit. They kind of got a little tired, but early on, Miller was kind of snowbirding a little bit and getting out, and Shumpert, because of our injuries, now has to play inside, so he has to run full court to kind of find him. But Cam had a great night too. I mean,
let's see, I got it. He had 2, 5, 11.
Miller? Or
17.
Yeah.
17, yeah.
So what do you think the biggest difference is between this year's Independence team and last year's Independence team?
Well, I mean, like I said, 4 starters are back, and so I look out there. Sims is bigger, Perry's bigger, Cam is, he's like his brother almost, and there's just a seasoning and a maturity, and they were really well coached the last several years, and I think this guy kind of
Weston, let's go.
This guy brings a. He's adding some spices to the soup that I think are really, capitalizing on this thing. So, it's going to be it's going to be a dogfight down there too.
So some of those shots Asa makes, I'm sure you kind of get used to that. You've seen him a lot this year, but
The harder the difficulty, the more he has a chance of going in. I'm serious. And the quarters falling out of bounds. I mean, he just. It's the most uncanny thing I've ever seen, where he just is able to correct the judgment and the release and the art, and we're going to start practicing shooting off balance and falling out of bounds and stuff.